The Prince and the Pauper. England, 1547.
Tom Canty and his family lived on a street in London called Pudding Lane. The family were paupers.
They were very poor and lived in one room in an old house.
Tom's father, John Canty, was a thief. He had no interest in doing an honest day's work. He sent his son out to beg, and even to steal from people. John was never kind to him.
One man who was kind to Tom was Father Andrew. He lived in a small room at the back of the same house, and he was always gentle with him.
Tom went to his friend's room every day, where Father Andrew taught him how to read, write, and speak nicely.
Father Andrew was a great storyteller, and Tom loved his stories about kings and princes.
At night, he dreamed about being a prince. In these dreams, he lived in a palace, ate good food, and wore beautiful clothes.
When Tom was with his friends, he pretended to be a prince. His friends laughed at him whenever they heard him speak nicely.
Did you know that there's a real prince at the palace?
The palace was not far from Tom's home. It was called Westminster Palace. And in it lived the King of England, Henry VIII, and his only son, Edward.
Henry was old, and one day soon, Edward would become king.
Tom wanted to see the prince, so he walked to Westminster. When he got there, however,
there were soldiers at the palace gates. Ladies and gentlemen in fine clothes were going through the gates and into the palace, but the soldiers would not let him pass.
Tom returned to Westminster again and again. Then, one day, he saw a young boy come the palace.
The boy looked just like him, in blue. He had the same eyes and the same hair.
Hey, get out of here!
But Tom did not move. He wanted to watch the boy. Could this be the prince?
Leave him alone! He's only a poor boy, said the soldier.
My father is king of all people, rich and poor. Let this boy in.
Tom could not believe it. It was the prince, and he had the same voice as him too.
"Come with me," the prince said to him. "Are you hungry?" The prince took Tom into the palace and gave him some food.
As Tom ate, the prince asked, "I often see you come to the palace. Why do you come?"
Tom told the prince about his family and his home on Pudding Lane, but the prince did not believe everything Tom told him.
You all live in one room. Why? Because we are very poor. I have to beg for money. Sometimes I don't get enough, and my father gets very angry.
Edward told Tom about his mother and sisters. He had 2 sisters, but he did not like one of them because she never played with him.
Do you play with your sisters?
Yes, I do. I play with my friends, too. We play by the river and go swimming. Huh?
I would like to do that.
And I would like to be a prince.
The prince had an idea. Let's swap clothes. You will be the prince and I will be the pauper. So the boys changed clothes. Edward looked like Tom, and Tom looked like Edward.
What do we do now? You stay here in the palace. I'm going to explore the city.
At first, Edward enjoyed walking through the streets of London. It was exciting and no one stopped to bow or kiss his hand.
Soon, however, he began to feel tired and hungry.
"Where can I get some food?" he asked some people, but they ignored him.
Edward became afraid. He was alone outside the palace for the first time. Nobody believed he was the prince, and nobody helped him.
Edward passed a large building. It was a school for poor boys.
"I remember this place," he thought. "I came here with my father a long time ago. Someone here will help me, I'm sure.
There were some boys playing outside the school.
I am Prince Edward. Tell your teacher to come out here to see me.
The boys laughed and one of them pushed him. "Come on," he said to the others. "Let's throw him in the pond."
The pond was cold and dirty. Edward wanted to cry. Nobody treated him like this at the palace.
When it started to get dark, Edward knew that he needed to find somewhere to spend the night. He tried to find Tom's house on Pudding Lane,